And welcome back to Pure Nebraska. Wednesdays here on the program, we like to welcome a volunteer from the farm women's group CommonGround to the studio.
CommonGround is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. Joining us now is Karol Swan from York. Always good to see you, Karol.
It's always good to be here, and it's really fun. Really fun. Lots of good feedback from you and me when I'm on, and when others are on too.
So good. That's excellent.
So everything's going well in your area?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, we want to talk about the differences between the conventional seed bed and the no-till seed bed. First, what is a conventional seed bed?
The conventional seed bed, even though it's getting less conventional because of the big equipment, but it's talking about plowing, then disking, then harrowing. Now they have these big combination tillage units that they can go in and essentially do it all in one pass, break it up, put the residue underneath the ground. The residue is still there, even though with no-till the residue is on top. With the conventional, it turns the residue under and it decomposes it. It makes that nice, smooth black seed bed that we're used to, we kind of grew up with that, nice and smooth. But like I said, the conventional is changing and evolving also. And so that's kind of what it is, and I talked to some that use conventional. They like the seed bed. They like the residue being underneath. They have some advantages. They have their personal advantages, and it's like anything. All soil's different, so they know what they're doing.
I know we have some pictures that you took of no-till and conventional seed beds, and I think this is going to see we're going to see the no-till first, and maybe talk about that now, about no-till.
The no-till, a lot of it, the advantages of it a lot is for erosion. You can kind of see a slight slope there. Out where I live, hunting up slight slopes is kind of hard. It's pretty flat. But that's one of the great advantages of no-till is it holds the water during those heavy rains. You don't get these big washouts like you might with conventional tillage on the slopes. And you have the residue there that builds the soil, that creates additional permeability through the years. The more you no-till, the more permeable it gets and the water goes in. And water retention on, of course, your dry land. Lots of dry land utilizes no-till for the great advantage of water retention.
And we're seeing the conventional version here, and there's the York water tower in the background, so we know we're in the York area. That's more of the example you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, the nice black soil, but you can see there's still a little residue on top. They have set their machines to leave a little residue for wind erosion, and this is flat, so like water erosion is kind of a non-issue in some of them. Out where we're at, they usually use the conventional on where it's really flat, so water erosion's a non-issue, but wind erosion, like they leave a little, probably anywhere from 20 to 30% residue still remains, just a little to keep the wind from blowing it so bad.
What are farmers choosing to do more now, no-till or conventional?
I think on the dry land, lots and lots of no-till, and our slopes, down on this end of the state with our slopes, lots and lots of no-till. And it takes several years to realize the advantages of no-till, and so the more they do it, the more advantages they are of the organic matter going into the soil and the breaking up of underneath, and just keep adding and building the soil.
And it's good to know that good to know for consumers too, that farmers are keeping an eye on erosion, or concerned about this type of issue too.
It's what farmers look for. What they do is phenomenal. They study that soil, even on the conventional tillage. They study that every little square yard. Does it need this? Do we need to change something here? Do we need to adjust something here? And then same way with the equipment. It just becomes, even though it is conventional, it looks black. It's still made so it doesn't. The way it tills up, it does, there's little ridges so it doesn't blow and things. So it's just phenomenal what farmers do to try to preserve the soil. That's their number one priority. Keep the soil from going someplace else, from blowing away, from washing away. Keep building it. Keep building it, making it better, making it stronger, keep the fertility there. It's just that they constantly work very hard to do this.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
And Karol, you're going to stick around with us a little bit?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I've again been peeking today, and I noticed you're making a chicken salad. That's
yes,
good
I am.
stuff.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's great, John.
Thank you.